outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Smith. Well, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
The Chargers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So this game, Charles, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But
and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, LA!
Austin Eckler,
his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Chargers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Smith. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Geno now to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out. and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. To throw again on second down. Smith looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception. It's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Taken from about the 12.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Geno. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it often.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
Mike Williams.
35 yards.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
On second down, it's Walker.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Line perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd and 2, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They snap it to Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Herbert on 1st down now. Steps away to his left.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Donald Parham.
30 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again is Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Smith. And now here is another interception.
And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll weave all the way out to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Herbert going up top.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flush to his right. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Herbert back to the air. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And this is caught by Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Complete to Mike Williams. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Eckler again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Geno on 1st down.
On the slant, it's Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On first down, Smith. Going right back to Fant. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
On first and 10, Smith eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing again on second and 10. Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Walker now on first and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. That's complete to Dissel. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Touchdown!
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ballgame.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Hopkins with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A tackle made by J.T. Woods.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now it's Bird on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. On first down, Justin Herbert.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toe. It's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, And he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
A give for Walker running right.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And Walker has it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're going to move it down the inside the 25. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On first down, it's Smith.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 9th play of the drive coming up. It's certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
That's caught by McNabb.
And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Tackle made at his own 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd down.
So this one's over. It's in the win column.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the gurus of gods. The men, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gunso. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see both sides of all the titles, you know.